So it's at 54%. Hey, it's Jason with jamzDOTnet, cars, DIY, and adventures, and today is an easy car DIY project. Let's take a peek. In my 2023 Ford Maverick XL Hybrid, I use this truck for lots of projects, and I am pretty much peaking out with the ability in here to easily recharge things. I want to be able to recharge my phones, the drone, power my laptop. So I purchased the DJI Power 500 with the car combo. I'm gonna unbox it, show you how it works, and then we're gonna give it a test in the truck and I'll show you how my application pans out. So if you're looking to learn about the DJI Power 500, this is the video to watch. So I went with the Power 500 from DJI. My intended application is going to be to repower my GoPro, the drone I use when I do some filming, my DJI Pocket 3 camera, and even a full-size laptop and iPad. And I want to have a portable power bank so I don't have to rely on running my truck to do it, and I could have my truck off and everything powered as I'm, doing something away from the vehicle. The benefit of the 500, it is smaller in size. I think it only weighs 16 pounds as well. And I paid $450 for the DJI Power 500, which also came with the car combo. So we have a little instruction packet. I assume the cable to recharge it. The nice thing about my application, I have a port in the back seat, the cigarette light adapter, so I can very easily charge it in the back, which makes this really practical for what I'm doing. I do think 450 bucks is a little bit more than I frankly intended to pay. But I only say that now because I was going to get the Harbor Freight Predator. Predator makes a line of generators. If you know Harbor Freight, you know their stuff is super affordable. And they came out with a power bank like this as well. I'm not sure it's quite as powerful and robust, but it's only 200 bucks. I love the handle on this. That makes it super easy to move. You can also hook this up to solar panels, and it can recharge off of that. Looks like some USB-C, some standard USB. These are the ports where I think this is how the additional adapters will plug in to go into like the car or solar panels. I'm told you can chain these together. The recharging port, power, and that's it. Really nice though. It's not that heavy, 16 pounds, but this handle is fantastic. Now that I'm thinking, I'm going to have a lot of little bits with this. I'm going to have the power cable and probably a few USB ports. I might put this in an Apache box from Harbor Freight. TBD, but I might. So the instructions here, they want you to register it. These are all the safety guidelines. So everything probably that's talking about the batteries and what not to do and how to make sure you store it and it doesn't get too hot. People keep these in cars, so I don't think there's going to be an issue with extreme heat. They want us to scan the QR code to look at the guide. And then they talk about turning it on and off. And that is pretty much it. So I do think it would be advantageous to download the guide. Let me get that queued up. So they got a little, when you click it and go, it takes you to the site, and it's a little video. About the first use. This guy's out in a tent camping with all of his electronics, and he's about to blast some Bluetooth music in the wilderness as he cooks a filet mignon and roast coffee. So interesting use case, not going to be mine, but I think this guy should have stayed at a hotel if he wanted all these amenities in the woods.
Press and hold the power button for more than 2 seconds to power on.
Press and hold for more than 2 seconds to power it on.
The screen will be automatically turned on and after power.
54% battery life left.
Or off the display screen.
Press that to cut the screen on and off.
AC output.
Or you can
Connect the external device to an
press and hold it to cut it off. So that's how you cut it on and off. Press and hold more than 2 seconds. It comes up. I got 54% battery life. Let's see what else this guy camping in the woods with his coffee and steak is talking about.
power station. The display screen will be automatically turned on after powering on. Press the power button once to turn on or off the display screen. DJI Power is designed with 2 AC output ports. After powering on the power
2
station,
AC
connect
ports.
the external device to an AC output port on the power station. Press the AC output button once for AC power supply, and the AC output indicators light up. Please note that the AC output indicators
So you press that
AC output will
and it turns the AC output
if the power
on.
station is not charging any device via the AC output ports within half an hour.
So if they're not used, it cuts down.
Press and hold the AC output button for more than 2 seconds. The AC output indicators will show solid light. This can provide a continuous AC power supply to an external device that operates intermittently, such as a refrigerator. DJI Power features 2 USB-A ports.
So I think that's a key point. You press this, they stay on, but if they don't draw power, say I think they said after 30 minutes they cut off, but if you press and hold it, they get brighter and they stay on. So they made a notation of like if you're powering a fridge, which is a valid point because that compressor might cut off. And a fridge being something very, very small, obviously, but it may not be drawing power constantly, so you'd want to keep it on. So that's a good little nugget of info. Then I assume you press and hold to keep them staying on steady. So now they are actually off. See what else they're saying here. USB-C ports.
After powering on, connect the external device to the USB-A or the USB-C port for power supply.
You can connect the device.
Features an SDC port and SDC light, offering versatility to power a wide range of devices through various accessories.
So that's the FDC port.
DJI Power provides fast recharge and standard recharge for AC recharging.
So let's go ahead and open up this car combo. What I really like about this is I can have it plugged into the back in the Maverick and it would charge. So it's going to be a slow charge, but nonetheless, it will be a charge. So I've got 2 bits in here. Pretty cool. Let me show you what these are. Now this only has 1 of these ports. Keep that in mind. The 1000 has 2 of these SDC ports. So what that means is, even though I got 2, I can either plug in this into this SDC port and I can have a cigarette light type charger, or I can use the actual recharging mechanism. So, you know, the 1000 I'm told has 2. This SDC port is also for some of the bigger drones. Evidently, some of the bigger drones have these ports as well. My little Neo is just a USB-C charge, so not really a big deal. So this is the car power outlet to SDC power cable. Basically, this is how you can charge the device. I think if you're gonna use it like in my application, I think this is an absolute must. So this is gonna plug into here, like so. And then when that's plugged in, this is going to plug into here. And then this is gonna plug into the port on your car to actually charge it. So pretty self-explanatory. And then this is why I think I'm gonna need a little bit of a, like that Apache box, the big Apache box, this would fit right in with all the bits. I don't like having stuff not all together. So I'll probably go buy one of these bigger boxes when they go on sale. And then this is just giving you charging by way of a standard car adapter port, or what I call, you know, the cigarette light adapter port. So if you're running something that needs power that way, you got it. Okay, so in the Ford Maverick, I'm gonna be putting this on the floorboard behind the driver's seat. Nobody ever sits in that seat. And I'm probably not gonna put it in an Apache box because that would just make everything a lot bigger. So I'm just gonna maybe get a little bag or something for the components. But let's take a closer look. So in the Ford Maverick, and you know, specifically, we have this port back here that I can actually plug into, and I can very easily run my cables up to the front. You know, primarily a laptop when I have my laptop here, and then my son can have charging back here. And I'm not doing it as a permanent install, you know. This is going to be mobile, and I'm going to move this into different vehicles that I'm driving, so I don't want to do anything with mounting it like some people, you know, in vans and whatnot. They'll mount it a very specific way. I'm not planning to do that. I want to be able to pull it in and out. And from a fit perspective, you can see it will fit in here really nice. You can see how it fits really nice and snug back here. So I'm pleased with that in terms of the Power 1000 would have been just too big to easily sit there. So this is perfect for my intended use. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. You have to lift the seat up just to get it out easier. But what I'm most curious about is when I plug this in back here, you can see it's charging. So that's a pretty cool feature. However, you got to keep in mind that I'm doing this because I want to lock the car. You know, that's going to continue to run. So you want to be very mindful that you don't drain your battery. But I'm told after a specific amount of time, that will in fact cut off. And that's what I'm hoping for. I think it will run for like 45 minutes and then cut off, because I would want to, I don't want to keep this thing charging infinity if it's at low, you know, low charge, and drain the battery of my car. But for now, I'm gonna let this thing rip and charge, and I'll come back out here and see at what point that might cut off. So it's at 54%. There's not really much more to say about this, but it looks like it's charging at input 5 watts, 12 watts. That's the input charge. 27 watts, 26 watts. So we're gonna go ahead and see. I'm gonna set a timer for 45 minutes, and I wanna come back out here and see how it looks in 45 minutes. Is the cigarette light adapter still on? That's a Ford Maverick issue. That's not really your issue. But more importantly, how much has it increased from right now at 54% in 45 minutes? So sit tight. Okay, so it's been 45 minutes. Let's go back and check and see how much has charged off of the car adapter. Keep in mind, this is a, it was at 54%, and it's not doing fast charging. It still is charging. In 45 minutes, it went up 4% off of the back cigarette light adapter. So that's the DJI Power 500. I like the size of it, the flexibility, and I think for what I want to do, which is charging various devices, this is going to be a fantastic fit for me. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you have one, how you're using it, and if there's any tips or tricks. But it's basically just a power bank that is pretty darn powerful, and I'm told it can recharge your cell phone like 70 times or something crazy. So thanks for tuning in. Jason with jamzDOTnet, cars, DIY, and adventures. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. It means a lot to me. Have a great day.